Hello, welcome back. So what I'm doing now is I explored an island. I got another treasure chest. I've got a ring that helps us slash, but I don't play guitar. I mean, I do play guitar, but not that well. Not as good as Slash does. So I maybe that helps me play guitar better. You never know. Where did that? There it is. Oh, no. No, I wanted to get the lost goods. Boink. There we go. And now what we're doing is we're trying to avoid getting blown up while going towards this base thing here. All right. More of them over there. So I'm not going to get the loot. I just want to get to this base thing. What was that? The American passport thing. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. In the previous video, I was talking about this my American passport. Thank you for reminding me. My memory, dude, is terrible. After HI, my memory is massively broken. So, to do. Okay, it's a recap. My dad is American. I'm a dual national. Oh, you are kidding me, Lost Bro. Just go, get out of their way. And that was just wood. Are you kidding me? I know wood is better than bad, it's good, but dude, man. Okay, well, I'll go for that one instead. Please don't attack. Please don't attack me! I don't need to be attacked right now. Oh, come on. Attack somebody else. What? I'm not even attacking you, so what's your problem? Oh, hang on. Lost goods. There we go. A map. I said map. Okay, so keep going south, but then I've got to verge towards the east a little bit. So make sure that they're out of my distances, and then go east. Okay, more of them there, so keep them... Hang on, where am I going? I'm going west. I don't want to go west, I want to get east, so hard about. And hopefully I don't end up in the firing line. Mother freaking well, I will do, won't I? I'll crap on a stick and call me George. So anyway, so for my 21st birthday, my dad took me down to the American embassy and got me an American passport, and then that sat in a drawer for years. And then after university, I got my first job, which was a trolley steward, where you sell coffees, teas, soft drinks like snacks off a trolley on a train. And so I did that. It was amazing. I traveled the entire country. It was beautiful. Anyway, so after my first year there, the accounts lady, she helped me file my taxes, and I got £1,000 back. And I say, oh wow, that's a lot of money. And I thought I was a millionaire. I honestly did, because it's the most money I'd ever seen before in my entire life. And so what I did was I thought, so what am I going to do with this? And I've got a history of squirreling at money, I think is the wrong term, where you go like... you know, I've got so much money. I know if I just spend a little bit, I can always put it back, and then I never put it back. And then before I know it, there we go, Brethren Coast Sports. So I'm not going to get attacked now. So before you know it, you know, oh, what do you mean my credit card's been declined, or my debit card or whatever? And so what happened then? So that was it, really. What happened then? So I said to myself, dude, what am I going to do? And then I remembered I got this American passport. I said, okay, I've got this American passport. I'm going to America. And so that's a really good thing, because I can turn this £1,000 into £1,000 into dollars, which ended up being $2,000, because at the time it was a $2 to the pound exchange rate. So then that stopped me from spending it. So well and good, so I had that. So now I've got my dollars in, and then it's a case of that. Then what do? We had these things called travel agents, which are shops you actually go into to buy tickets for traveling and stuff. And so it was really funny, because I go in and I go to the lady. I said I want to go to New York. Of course you do. And she said, all right, well, what do you mean pirate ships? You can't do pirate ships. I'm hitting the Brethren's Island. Okay, good stuff. Let me go ahead and... Ease the sails. Right. Run a draft with the doohickey and then stop. Okay, there we go. So what do I do? America. So it's really funny because I says to the lady, I want to go to New York, and she says, do you want JFK or Newark Airport? And I'm like, well, I want New York Airport, don't I? And she laughed.
Your face looks familiar.
Does it really, though? I've never met you, sir. I do remember faces. No, I don't actually. I've got partial face blindness after the HI.
You're a friend of the brethren. We share the same course.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're very kind. What do we have in here? Oh, we've got... Oh, I'm going to talk to a provisioner first.
I had a ship called the Ranger. Now it's just a wreck.
Oh,
You'll find the brethren's finest wares, mate.
really? So I can get shipwright tools, steel nails, salt, got all those already, whiskey business there. Ship design. Ooh, I can build a brig. And then a frigate and flag design, hull colours. So you do sailing bollocks. Okay, good stuff. And then I'll talk to you now. Hey, Benjamin, how are you doing, sir?
Order keeps the rope away.
Ooh, that's a bit savage. Behave yourself or I'll hang you. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, is that your beauty anchored here, fine ship? I wonder if the pirates ain't sunk it. Yes, they have a lot more than I've sailed it. Okay, I managed to spare it recently. The ship is mine, and she's not for sale. Blackbeard's lackeys can't handle me. I managed to repair it recently. Yes, it's true. The result is more pleasing to the eye. Well, who is that? Is it Daedalus with a ship that, if you build a ship, if you keep repairing a ship, eventually, is it the original ship or something? My name is Captain Benjamin Hornygold, because I'm horny for gold. I lead the Brethren of the Coast, and I see it is our code to be obeyed, and I see to it that our code is obeyed. Yeah, and you hang people if they don't, by the sound of things. These are dark times for us now. Blackbeard's ruthless ambition has endangered all of the free sailors in the West Indies. Oh, we're in the West Indies, are we? My fleet is in tatters, and Steed Bonnet's ships are finishing off everyone they spot through the spyglasses. Your ship is seaworthy. We need fighting men in our fight against the Bonnet. The mongrel has to be dealt with. An opportunity to hurt pirates onward. Perhaps I can help with something simple like a boar, roast the meat. And what can you offer me in return? There we go. If every captain had your spirit, we'd be beaten Bonnet. We'd have beaten Bonnet, and that friend each by now. Whatever. Fiend. There we go. I notice the odd marks on your body. I bet my hat they're not tattoos. It's about that artifact the governor had. The one we both know of. Upward inflection. Because a lot of people do that now. Or is it a past trend? Help the brethren. And on top of the fine reward, I'll tell you everything I know about it. Really? Really? What do you need of me? Our goal is to get rid of Bonnet, so he's been a thorn in our side. The brethren of the coast are scattered, and I don't know where my captain vanished to. It's been an age, but they might still be alive. First, find out what happened to them, and we'll discuss the next steps later. Okay, tell me about the brethren of the coast. What happened to the brethren of the coast? What's the difference between the brethren of the coast and the coast and that? Who's still Bonnet and leave? I know all that. I'll come back to it. Okay, right. So now, what we have provisioner, bounty agent. So, in case you want to know, the buyer buys stuff, and he only buys. I'll show you what he buys. Buys this crap. So he's after my combat kits, but I'm not going to get rid of that. And then these are specialized tools and naval supplies. These are things you get on the ocean-bound bounty things you come across as treasure chests. Provisioner. They sell you stuff, but they're very limited to what they do. So each member has a different set of stuff. Sometimes they overloop. So, for instance, steel nails and shipwright tools and salt and coffee beans and that kind of stuff. This is reputation. Reputation is gained by talking to these guys, which call bounty agents. And these things, the new hand insignia, deckhand insignia, veteran insignia, old salt insignia, and letter of favor, that rises, and it's not one. For instance, if you give them one, it doesn't mean that your reputation goes up by 1 point. It's about like 20 or 30 things, even more. So each cult, each clique, as it were. Like the people of Tortuga, Brethren, these people, the other people, and like the pirates and that. They each have a bounty agent, so it's not like you give all your points to one and everyone else is covered. Each one of these guys, each one of these setups is its own entity, right? So you got to be very careful who you. Hey, mate. Yeah. What? What? You said, "Hey, mate." What? What do you want? Are you kidding me right now? Okay, what? Hey, is that just hey, mate? You attract my attention, then you ignore me? That's not very cool of you. Right, ooh, what do we have here? They're probably nothing, but I'll have a look in. It's probably just decoration, but have a look. And the door doesn't open. Okay, I can hack the door in. No, I can't, because decoration. It's going to be non-corporeal. That's a word, isn't it? There we go. Let's have a look here. What do we have here? Yeah, I'm getting used to this controller. I had a controller that I got that was
Saw your shit, mate.
You did?
Should have sailed under our flag.
Oh, thank you very much, or something like that. Okay, what do we have here? Is this it? Anything? Oh, I saw an X. What was that about? I saw an X. What, did you see an X? Oh, it was a stone. Okay, there we go. Right, so what else do we have here? Oh, let's explore this island. Okay, can I build a tent here? Alright, see if I can build a tent here. I can build bushes. Or kill bushes, so let's see if I can build a tent. Okay, yes I can! There we go, so let's build a tent then. And we'll do it like this, because hang on. We'll build a tent. We'll have it away from your camp. And then we'll also build a fire. This is crazy, isn't it? Because usually this is kind of automatic something. Where's my fast travel? Not enough resources. What do I need? What was it again? Wood. It's better than bad. It's good. Let's go ahead and hunt some wood. I don't want to cut any trees down because they're their trees. But I can get some bushes down, can I? I'll give you wood. Plant fiber. Oh, a fence. What else was... Oh, so I'm sorry. The American thing. So I got an American passport and sat on it for years. Then I got my first job, got myself a tax rebate of £1,000, which is about $2,000 at the time. Then I, what did I do then? Don't remember. Then I thought, you know, what am I going to do? And I thought, you know, okay, let's go to America. And so again, so I transferred all my money into dollars, so that. God, I feel terrible because I came over to become a success, and I'm having a bit of remorse right now because I'm not a success, and I'm not even in New York anymore. I really miss Manhattan. It was my home, but it burns you out. You have to work 15 jobs, and I'm not joking, to keep your head above water because everything's so effing expensive. But the jobs you get are still kind of you get paid a little bit more than you do in the Midwest, but not comparatively enough. So for instance, if you're living in the Midwest and you're getting paid, say, like $12 an hour or something like that, then your rent is going to be sort of like about, I mean, it was a while ago, like $400, $500 a month. And then you just use that as an example, right? Whereas in Manhattan, you'll be making $15 an hour, but your rent's going to be about $1,000 to $1,500 a month for the same place. Yeah. What's the building now? Oh, campfire, wasn't it? Thank you. Where's my tent gone? Oh, I lost my tent because I didn't build a campfire. That is really stupid. There should be a... Yeah, I know I can leave a mark. Thank you. But you don't think of it that way. You think, like, if you left a tent, it's a semi-permanent structure. So it should be... there it is. It should have a mark on it or something. Not enough resources. What do you mean? I need one more wood. Okay, then I'll go ahead and follow your advice. Then zoom in. And then put my thing there. And do a mark. And then just build a tent. There we go. Apply. There we go. So now I've now marked my tent. So I can come back to it, right? And then let's go ahead and look for more wood. Yeah, so it's exceedingly expensive. And so you end up having to work about 2 or 3 jobs just to keep your head above water. And it just burns, after a while it burns you out. And it's also very loud. There's one time I was in Manhattan, I was walking down, oh God, was it 42nd Street or Broadway or something like that? I think it was down Broadway. And I just yelled to the top of my voice, "Will you just shut up?" And absolutely nobody could hear me. It was that loud. I'm not joking. It is very, very loud. And then, I'm like, for instance, if you're in Brooklyn, Bronx, Long Island City, I lived in all those places. It's more kind of, it has more of a Midwest feeling about it. Like, I remember in Long Island, there's no skyscrapers, and there was some kind of ordinance where you couldn't build skyscrapers. Where's my 10 gone? It's there. And you could only build like 3 or 4 stories high. And it's full of Polish people. The first time I came across a lot of Polish people, it was really cool people. I love them. And that's the first time I came across pierogies. Pierogies is it's a very yummy but very fatty. It's filled with oil and fat and stuff like that. But it's a what do they call it now? Like a pasty, or I'm trying to think what else do you compare it to? Don't remember. Imagine you get some pastry, roll it out into a disc, you fill it full of cheese and potatoes and other yummy yum stuff, and then you fold it over on itself and cook it. That's a pierogi. But am I right? I'm right. I think I am. But you can have like sweet ones, you can have savoury ones, and that kind of stuff. Let's have a look where we are now. And almost the entire island's been thingy. So let's go this way, see if there's anything interesting. It's very, very yummy, but it's very, very fattening. And there's a day every year. It's like a pierogi Tuesday or something, where it's traditional, where everyone just eats a bunch of pierogies, and they're very, very high in calories. They're very, very delicious as well. So, I know I keep losing the track of my conversation. You think this is done on purpose? This is kind of where I am right now. So, no, I'm not being aggressive. As I said already, if I may raise my voice, that's frustration at myself, not at anyone else. So please don't think I'm being aggressive to anyone. So, okay, where was I now? So I've got the passport. I've got the money. And it was then that I found out that I had friends that I didn't know I had. Just think, knock, 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 knock. Hello? Hey, man, you remember? Remember me and stuff? It's like, yeah, what's up? Well, yeah, go. Yeah, I understand you got some money. Do you want to lend me some money? It's like, are you kidding me? And I don't remember. I think I told one person, and this is something that actually goes back to something I said a few episodes ago, which was something that a very wise person once told me as far as secrets are concerned. One person knows a secret, 2 people, then if 2 people know it, everyone knows it. And it's really true. And it doesn't matter who you tell, if it's somebody closest, very, very closest to you, the instinct to, I'll grab these, but I won't mark it. I can always come back. Because I don't think this is an aggressive island. I think it's just an island of resources. They'll at one point, because everyone really is kind of keyed to gossip, really. And so it's a case like, so what do you know then? I don't know anything right now. But you know so-and-so. And then that's it. But don't tell anyone, it's a secret. If you tell anyone, I'll know because you're the only person I'm telling. And then the next person comes across and it's like, okay, I do nothing. No, I don't know anything. Oh, I do know. You know so-and-so, yeah. Oh, they come into a bunch of money. Really? Oh, yeah, but don't tell anyone because it's a secret. I think this is the whole island. Yep, I've done the entire round apart from the bits. So, what else do I do now? There's nothing else to do, really. Apart from explore the island that I got sunk on. This one here, right? Yep, so let's do it then. And which means I've got to look at my inventory. Where's my tent? Oh, is there a fast travel here? There's usually a fast travel on these maps. Where's my fast travel? Oh, no, I don't think there's a... There must be a fast travel here. Oh, you're kidding me. You give me a new camp that's freaking NPCs and you haven't given me a fast travel. You are kidding me. No, that's not right. You've never done that before. Okay. Is that fast travel?
If you're a friend of the brethren, we share the same course.
Right, where's me fast travel? Okay, that's all just lanterns. There's nothing here. Where's... Oh, you're kidding me. I don't have a fast travel. What's that there? That's just a campfire. That's my tent. Okay, so you don't have a fast travel. Are you kidding? No, what? No!
We can handle teachers, pirates.
I bet you can, but I can't handle not having a fast travel.
That's it. Respect.
Fast travel! No, yay! Okay, does it say fast travel? Yes, it does. Yay, verily. So what can I do now? Doodle doodle. Oh, I want to do this. What's here? There's a question mark. And that's all clear about from here. So, okay, I've got to do that. So, what am I doing? Where am I? Where am I? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Find me fast travel. Get out of it. Go and clear my inventory from my tent. Where's my tent? Where's my tent? My tent is over here, I think. There we go. Yay, good stuff. Got rings and gold and silver and everything. Minus the gold. Okay, and then what about the ship? I can pull back if it has a full inventory already. Then we fast travel back to my original house. And then call it a day. Ding. I wonder if the dinging of the bell and the key that the music is played in was coincidental that they're in the same pitch, or if it was hang on, what's that? Reserve ship? Reserve? Hang on. Hang on. Did you see that? The way it kind of... Hang on, Enterprise. Reserve ship. That was weird. Right, so go over... empty my inventory, then my ship's inventory. Alright, I'll finish the story real quick. So, what was I? Dad gave me a passport at 21. I got a job as a trolley steward that gave me $1,000 as tax rebate. Transferred that to dollars so I wouldn't spend it. A bunch of people came out the woodwork that I knew from college that suddenly my best friends because they wanted me to lend money. What else did I do? I went to a travel agent who sold me tickets to Newark Airport, New Jersey, and I thought it was New York Airport, and I thought they had a speech impediment, and they thought I was stupid because I didn't know the difference between Newark and New York. Then I bought a one-way ticket to Newark Airport. I had basically $1,000, $2,000, which I thought was a heck of a lot of money. When I got off the plane, I didn't know anyone or anything. So it's like, oh, crikey, what the heck have I done? So I... the message over the system... don't accept packages from strangers. Always keep your baggage attended. If you see an unattended bag, don't approach it. Call security. Also, do not accept lifts from strangers, even if they're dressed up like what do they call it? Chauffeur drivers, right? And so, guess what I did? Yep, guy came up to me and I was like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know anything." And he said, "Hey," I said, "Yeah, you want a lift?" I said, "What? You want to ride or whatever it is?" They don't say lift in this country. And I said, "What?" He said, "Do you want to ride into the city?" And the city said, "Yeah, Manhattan, man." And I thought I was in Manhattan now. He laughed at me. He said, "No, this is New Jersey, man. New Jersey." And so I said, yeah. And so as the message again said, do not accept rides from strangers, even if they're chauffeur drivers. So that cost me $50. And I'm thinking, dude, he must be overcharging me. And then he tried to dump me off in this really nasty place. It was like the crappy hotel you see in a freaking like a 70s or 80s freaking God, what is it now? Clint Eastwood movie, you know what I mean? The grotty New York and blah blah blah. It seems I'm talking, finishing the story, and I've got 5 minutes left. I might as well go on my next mission. Empty my ship's inventory. Thank you for reminding me of that. No, and I was blissed. I had this disguise that I created. It was basically based off every 80s movie. You know what I mean? The bad guy, they wear a leather biker's jacket, and they have like black jeans on and big bobber boots and whatever like that, and blah blah blah, and they're all mean and whatever and blah blah blah. And then so that's what I wore. But the thing is, the jacket a friend gave to me, and it was brand spanking new. And it was an actual a motorcycle racing jacket. So it had like this elastic thing in the back with a zip on it. And what it is you zip it onto your trousers. So if you come off your bike and it rides up, it doesn't injure you. I'm going to drown now. Repair my ship since I'm here. And so I'm wearing this brand new leather jacket, so everyone seeing me is case of like, dude, this guy looks rich or something. Another friend of mine gave me this T-shirt, had the word Averex written on it, which it was this copper colored T-shirt, and more like bronze, goldy kind of color. So there's me thinking I'm just wearing a T-shirt. There's everyone thinking like, dude, this guy's got money, because from what I understand, Averex was almost like the Calvin Klein kind of stuff at the time or something. It was like really expensive, blah blah blah, and so. There was me thinking that I looked like I was rough around the edges. There's everyone else looking at me, see me as an easy mark. AKA, as an example, the freaking cab driver, the limo driver. So he's trying to dump me off into this. I mean, dude, the place was nasty. There were people with like more tattoos than teeth. There were people in wife beater t-shirts. The tiles on the floor were all broken. You could hear the couple screaming upstairs and smashing things against the wall and stuff. I'm not joking. This was like every Starsky and Hutch episode where they have to go into a bad neighborhood, or every Clint Eastwood movie where he's in seedy New York and stuff like that. I had a big smile on my face. It's like, yes, this is it. This is the movie, man. And luckily, the guy behind the counter, the bulletproof glass encased counter, said that we're full. And the cab driver, the limo driver, was like, no, man. And, I've got the people to pick up and stuff. He said, we're full, man. So he had me drop me off at a YMCA at, oh, man, it was Central Park West. I'm sure it was in the 50s. It was north of the theatre district. And, so what am I doing here? I'm going the wrong one. So Central Park West, right? So a YMCA. I'll have to look it up and I'll tell you later. So that, and then I'll go in there and they go like, hey, I'm looking for a room. He said, how many nights? I said, how much it costs a night? He said, $65. I suddenly saw my $2,000, which I thought was a large amount of money, as zip, as nothing, nada. And so, let's have a look here. So, what are we doing next? Really, there's nothing else to do apart from doing those islands, isn't there? So which island am I doing? I'm doing the one that I just went to, right? If I don't do this one, so I'll fast travel here and then sail across there. Okay. Where is it? That's the one. Okay, so fast travel here. And then bring my ship as well. Okay, what direction am I going in? Okay, I keep going due west. I call my ship. And then, sorry ship, you're going to get blown up in a couple of minutes, but thank you so much for being here when you are. Come on, there we go.
Helm's yours,
Okay. Parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour. More speed, more sail. Okay, what am I doing? I'm going the wrong way now. Gotta go west, which means gotta go around the sun and go the other way. Oh yeah, so he put me up in this YMCA, and it's like $65 a night, and so I thought it was broke. And then what I did was I said to myself, okay, what am I gonna do? I don't know anyone, I don't know anything. So it was about 10 o'clock at night or something around there, 10 o'clock at night. It was still lightish, but it was getting dark, so about 9 to 10 o'clock at night. So I thought I need to do a reconnaissance mission. And so a couple of things. The only places open now are bars and restaurants. And in my experience, bars are kind of a meeting place for all kind of walks of life. And it's a safe house. It's where, until people have too much to drink, it's where people are nice and friendly and welcoming. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to my bar, and that kind of stuff. And so I thought, okay, go on a pub crawl. Merde. Okay, what am I doing? I'm going the wrong way is what I'm doing. Okay, let's do this then. I don't care about loot boxes right now. So, there's one there. I'll take it. So I walked down level with Central Park, or whatever the number street was, because that's the thing about Manhattan. It's really easy because when they got it off these whatever they call it, American nationals, whatever the indigenous folk, whatever they're referred to nowadays, and for like a bag of beans. Or something like some trinkets. And the thing is, oh, we got a good deal, but you don't understand. They've never seen this level of craftsmanship before. They don't know about industry and machines and that kind of stuff. You give them stuff that costs you nothing. They're looking at stuff that's like, wow, this is amazing. This ball is perfectly round. We have nothing that can even meet this. So, so there you go for that. Okay, we're 32 minutes. So as soon as I land and get in a tent, I will end the episode. I'll be quick. But anyway, so but they built the road plans a grid. So if you're going north to south, you're going to be crossing numbers. So so you know where you are. So if you're going north, or if you're walking past numbers, right, and you say 23rd Street, and you walk, and the next street you cross is 24th Street. Then you're going north. You know what I'm saying? And so if you go from 24th Street to 23rd Street, you're going south, right? And so you know that. And then if you were crossing names, if you're crossing names like Broadway, Amsterdam, freaking, trying to think of other ones. I can't think of other ones that I should do. Then you're going east to west. So if you names are east to west and numbers are north and south. So when you're crossing them anyway. So I was on Central Park West and I was going south and I got into just north of Theatre District. There's a bunch of bars and restaurants. And I went into this restaurant and it was like glass doors, huge brass handles, everything was all brass and shiny and lights and stuff. And, oh, hang on, there's a chest as well. What's that about? See if I can pick it up. There we go. Ooh. Really? Are you kidding me? All right, I'll take it. But wow, really? Another one. Come on there. There we go. More wood. Are you kidding me? Okay, map. I'm in the right direction, but I'm also running right into a bunch of freaking... Let's get behind him. Anyway, so going to this bar restaurant thing, sit at the bar and say, it was the first disappointment I ever had because the bartender said, yeah, what can I get for you? It's like, pint of beer, what would you like? And I went, oh, Budweiser, that's the American beer, isn't it? I didn't actually say that's American beer because I wasn't that naive. I tried to be all cool. Oh, yeah, just a pint of Budweiser. And so he gave me a pint of Budweiser and I tasted it. It was the most, please don't hate me. But in comparison to what I was used to, it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever put in my mouth. It was negative flavour. It was so quote unquote mild. I'm not gonna be able to get to the coast with this, am I? It was the most unflavorful thing I'd ever had in my entire life. It's terrible. I'm really sorry about this. So I left it alone, and then the guy next. Then I said, "Have you got anything else?" He said, "What do you want? You got like Heineken?" He said, "Yeah, I got Heineken." So I got a pint of Heineken. And the guy next to me found that really funny. He says, "So you don't like Budweiser then?" I said, "Nah." I mean, I didn't know. And then he says, "So where are you from? You got an accent?" And I told him, and he goes, "Oh, how long you been here for?" I said, "Well, I just got here." He says, "What?" "Yeah, I just got off the plane." And he said, "Really?" And he says, "Yeah, my dad's American. My dual national gave me a passport. I came over here. I just bought a one-way ticket and landed today." And he says, "So what do you want to do?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Like as a career or something?" And I said, "Well, truthfully, if I had the opportunity, I wouldn't mind working in television or films." And I said, "Don't get me wrong. I'm not like some kind of, get off the plane and want to become a movie star or something. I prefer to work behind the scenes because, I like the whole camaraderie you get with that, and then the challenge. How do we make this happen? Fighting daylight. You know what I mean? You got to get this done before the sun goes down, and the whole everything. And then at the end of it, being able to sit back and say, "You see this? I helped make this." You know what I mean? And the pride that comes with it. And so he said, "Really?" He said, "Come with me then." I said, "What?" And so he had me. Okay, that's a landing spot. I could land here and build a tent. I will do that then. So he said, "Come with me." So he took me into a booth, and he did the old looking over the shoulder stuff. I thought it was kind of dodgy to the time, but it wasn't. He said, "Have you ever heard of a program called Law and Order?" And I went, "No." And he went, "Okay. Have you ever heard of a pilot?" And I went, "Yeah, it's like one of those." And then he interrupted me and he told me what a pilot was. And it's basically, if you want to know what a pilot is, look it up, because I'm trying to be a bridge steer. There we go. There's my Captain. Why do you keep damaging the ship? Okay, because I don't know how to probably. Let me get on the bloody sea, resources now. Okay, let's get some resources built up. Build myself. This is nice that they put stones and wood out on all the islands, which means it gives you the ability to build tents, campfires, and cooking stations straight immediately. Anyway, yeah. So he explained what a pilot was, and then he said, "Well, we've got this pilot program called Law and Order, and so here's my number. It's the number of my assistant. Give him a call and tell him to give you a job." And "Oh, are you sure?" He said, "Yeah, wonderful." And so, "Thank you so much, man." And and even saying those words, my stomach is dropping in dread and terror. It's terrible. No, dread and terror at myself. Not nothing terrible happened from it. It wasn't like what that what's his name doohickey with this thingies and the guy that got the Weinstein guy, whatever his name is. There's nothing like that. But anyway, so I need to get plant fibers, don't I, before the sun goes down and I get my ass hand. Oh, crab! Hey, crab! Do you want to be my friend? Do you want to be my friend? Please. There we go. And you can be a friend with his friend as well. There we go. I might as well do plant fiber here. So let's do that and that. Get some plant fiber done. Anyway, so I put his number in my grubby little hand. He said he had to leave. So I said, okay. So he left. And I finished my beer. And then I said, okay, so, and this is where I made the biggest mistake of my life. I said, oh, no. I want to pick these. Okay, so I went outside and I stood there for a while. I'm doing it again, aren't I? I stood outside. And I said to myself, what do I do now? So I've got this job. That's really cool. I've got the number for the job anyway. Oh, no, I don't want to get hit by a pig. Oh, I've got to build a tent real quick, don't I? Okay, so build a tent real quick. Stop doing that. Build a tent real quick. And where's my boat? Where's my boat? It's around here, isn't it? So I stood there. In my juvenile wisdom, I wasn't a juvenile at the time, but my mind was definitely. Did you want to know what I did? I said, okay, so what do I do now? Do I go back to the hotel? And I went, because it's like if I go back to the hotel, that'll be it. It's a dreary room, and I'm gonna be there for the rest of the night. And it's my first night in Manhattan, or do I go out on a pub crawl and party, play tourist? So I said, all right, I'll go play tourist. No. Right? Oh, 40 minutes. So let me build a campfire. Let me tent real quick. And let me build a campfire. Wow, Wooby, how do you do that? You do that menu, campfire, and dunk. There we go. Right, I'll call it quits on this one. All right, I'll tell you. Remind me anyway what happened to me when it was in Manhattan after I met. His name was Dick Wolf, by the way. After I met him, I'll tell you what happens on the next one. You have a good one. Cheers. Thanks for your time. Bye bye. See you later.